The girl suddenly heard a chorus of chirping sounds. She looked down. There was a nest of goose eggs under the tree. She just reached out to touch them, but a faint sound came from inside the shell again. She carefully picked up each egg and brought them home in her arms. She wrapped the eggs in a scarf and secretly took her father's lamp. She placed it on the lower shelf of a drawer to keep the eggs above warm. The next day, Amy opened the drawer. The scene in front of her shocked her. Baby geese were hatching with damp feathers. She watched quietly for a long time until her father walked into the barn. Amy had fallen asleep on a pile of hay. A group of goslings surrounded her. Her father gently covered her with a blanket, not wanting to wake her. Just as he turned around, "Can I keep him, please?" Her father nodded in agreement. From then on, the goslings regarded Amy, whom they saw first, as their mother. No matter where she went, they followed closely. The ranger told him the geese would instinctively migrate south. If there was no flock to lead the way, they would easily get lost. If raised by humans, their wings had to be clipped to prevent flight. As he spoke, he took out nail clippers on the spot, demonstrated how to clip the wings. Amy was so scared she rushed to stop him. Her father angrily told the ranger to leave. That day, Amy rode her bike ahead, and the goslings chased closely behind. Seeing this, her father suddenly had a bold idea. Since they couldn't find a flock of geese, why not build a plane to lead them south? After getting Amy's approval, they started to carry out the plan. To earn the goslings' trust, her father dressed like a goose and walked back and forth in front of them. But the goslings still only recognized Amy. So Amy led them running at first, then guided them to follow her father. The goslings finally were willing to trust father. Days passed by one. The goslings' feathers gradually became plump, could fly at any time. Her father decided it was time for a test flight. But as the plane took off, the goslings just stood still. No matter how Amy tried, they wouldn't move. Amy had to hide in the grass. As a result, the next second, the goslings found her anyway. With no other choice, Amy snuck out while her father rested and flew the plane by herself. This time, the goslings followed her into the sky, but due to lack of driving experience, hadn't flown far. She crashed into a fence not far away. Her father rushed over anxiously. Thankfully, Amy wasn't hurt. After this accident, her father decided to fly with her to buy a safer aircraft for Amy. He even sold his cherished lunar module model. Under her father's guidance, Amy mastered flying in just one day. The goslings in the cage saw her flying and pecked through the ropes, bursting out and flapping after her. This southward journey officially began. They led the flock over the school, skimmed over the city's tall buildings. The sunset lit up Amy's glider, gleaming with golden light. Below them lay endless cornfields, sprawled out like a canvas. She and the geese soared above as if painting a picture of life and nature. As the sun cast its last glow, Amy led the geese over the final town. People looked up in awe. Some waved and pointed the way. Amy's gaze was steady. She led the flock across lakes, over wetlands. The crowd erupted in applause. They shouted her name. The geese landed on the water and played freely in the lake. Did you too fall in love with these pure-hearted companions in this very moment?